Hello, my name is Camila Rincon and I am going to talk about this principle of second language acquisition relevant to the development of material for the teaching of language. Teaching English, the process which the teacher transmits knowledge to his students to projecting to improve the self and to perform functionally in their surroundings and society. In such a way, the teacher must use appropriate materials and activities to teach. This shows that the principles of second language acquisition are relevant to the development of material in language teaching because this guided to the teacher to use and to implement didactics in technological material. Also allow to implement activities appropriate taking into account the rhythms and learning style of the student. What type of material should be included in English language teaching? The teacher must use the necessary tools for accomplish meaningful learning in the acquisition and learning process. The material must be novel and varied, therefore must include materials in English language teaching such as tell history, flashcards, books, texts, etc. The principle of second language acquisition relevant to development of material for language teaching. Material should achieve impact. The material must be attractive, novel, varied, therefore must have an appealing presentation and achievable challenges with the purpose of catch the attention of the students, generate motivation, and then curiosity. 2. It's necessary that students can feel at ease with the material activity. Therefore, it suggests that the material have a space between an activity and another, because if teachers deliver material full of activities, it will be difficult for the students to understand and perform it, so they will be feeling anxiety tense. 3. The material must be created in a manner that helps the students develop confidence in their knowledge abilities. Therefore, it requires that through the material they can use their brains with activities that motivate them, engaging them in tasks and activities with problematic achievable for 4. This consists in that the teacher makes aware to the students about the relevance and utility of the language and skill they are teaching. By way of that, the material and activity must be related then to no-learning interest and to real-life tasks which the learners need or might need to perform in the target. 5. The learners profit most if they invest interest, effort, and attention in the learning activities. Therefore, the material must have the function of helping them, providing them with choice of focus and activity, by giving them topic control, and by engaging them in learning-centered discovery activities. 6. 6. The learner must be ready to learn that is transmitted in the classroom. The materials and activities must present with variation, in other words, that these don't repeat, but it is necessary to create situations requiring the use of variational features not previously taught. 7. The learner must know how to use the language, that they can have experience about the language that is learning, that they can communicate in this language. The materials must provide instruction for the activities and activities as interviews, conversations, songs, etc. It's necessary to help the learner to pay attention to linguist features of authentic input can help them to eventually acquire some of those features. The student must have opportunity for using the language to communicate, not only must practice in situations controlled by the teacher and materials. The acquisition is a result of a gradual process, therefore the materials must be prepared that the instruction or term be learned is. Materials must give opportunity for the learner practice more the second language that they are learning. The materials and activities must focus and develop deep knowledge in the student through a cognitive process. The materials must give a feedback about of the activities and the level of the student. Well, this is my activity. Goodbye. John, ¿cómo salgo de acá?